It's not about what specifically people are doing, but it's that they have a structure to do the same things every day. That's what's useful. So, yo, what is good? Welcome back to my channel. This is my morning routine, or at least what it's been since I moved back home, and I've been getting started working on my own business since the start of the new year. So let's do it. Something that always confuses me with these morning routine videos is that people say like, oh, I get up at 6:30, but yet they would have had to have gotten up, set the camera up, go back into bed, wait for the alarm to go off at 6:30, and then get up at 6. It's like, do they really? As you can see, 7:43 right there. Whoa, dude, what is my phone? 7:43. Normally, I get up around 7:30, so this is not take one of this clip, as you can see, but let's run it. So let's get started. As cliche as this is, I do think making your bed is a great thing to do first thing in the morning. Making your bed doesn't mean I'm going to be more productive throughout the rest of the day, but I think it does help reinforce that idea of my identity, that I am someone that takes care of my environment, and if I take care of my environment to help me set up to be successful, then I can take care and take more ownership around the things that impact me. After that, I do wash my face in the morning, and I got a good friend, Cera V. Just the typical face wash or whatever, and then I have a moisturizer. It's like the hyaluronic acid something, and then the facial moisturizer with sunscreen. And as always, when you're in the mirror in the bathroom checking the first thing, you gotta check out the gains, see the progress every day, just a little bit better than I was yesterday. That's the secret to success right there, every single day. And lastly, before I leave my bedroom and I go see another living being on the planet, what I like to do is I meditate. And I've been doing this for about 2 years now, and I genuinely think it helps you become self-aware, and there's no better skill than self-awareness. I'm very serious about this, but I think self-awareness is the greatest strength you could have if you ever want to try and change yourself to be someone else you're not. Read the book, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself. Talks a lot about this, how like subconsciously we make actions 95% of the time, and then consciously we only take action 5% of the time. So it's like, how could we change that subconscious self? And like meditation is simply being able to become more aware of what that even is, because most of the time people don't even know who they are subconsciously. I mean, it's a tough thing to describe, but serious meditation. So in that time, like I said, I'll just spend less than a minute even. Take a big deep breath in, deep breath out. Andrew Human has some good videos about breath work and just like how that can get you into a very relaxed state. So I'll do that like once or twice, and then literally I'll just think about, how do I want to act today? Who is the person I want to choose to be today? Not just like doing that every single day. You build up that to just be subconscious, so that way you just choose to be that person you want to be without even thinking about it. And it's tough because you'll catch yourself, oh, I just had an immediate reaction that like, that is not how I want to be or say, but you just realize like, well, I just did that like automatically. And it's like, wait a minute, I don't want to do that. So seriously, it's good stuff. Finally, after I got myself ready kind of mentally, I head on downstairs, say hello to all the pets hanging out around the fireplace, and then I give them a good old head pat and move on with my day. But first thing I do is hydrate. The first thing I do is not make coffee and drink coffee, but I like to hydrate with just plain water first, and then read a book, and then do coffee. So first things first is 2 glasses of water. When you come down here, hydrate again. Do you like it though? I do. And first thing I'm doing, getting back in the chair. After the water, first thing, what I've been doing is 10 pages a day, and I've been getting into David and Goliath by Malcolm Gladwell. I just really enjoy his writing. It tells a really good story, but this book got some good quotes in it, all about underdogs. So good one for the brand, if that makes sense. And again, just want to point out, no coffee for the first hour for me personally, because if I have coffee first thing in the morning, I don't actually feel any benefits from it. So if you just enjoy coffee that much, you have it first thing, I mean, that's fine, but you don't get the benefits from it if you hydrate, wait a little bit, and then have the coffee. So parents make their own, but I like to make mine fresh with one of these dudes. Another thing that Andrew Huberman talks a lot about is with caffeine, using it as a reward to work helps reinforce positive behavior much better than if you use it as like an energy boost to get it done. So having it after whatever you want to do helps reinforce the behavior right before, which is why another reason I like to have coffee after reading. So now that I have my coffee, I'm going to work, and Tuesdays, that's when I'm recording this. It's kind of when I just edit stuff, and because I did writing for like just content and video scripts and programs, stuff like that. yesterday. So now I'm editing, going through that all. Another side note about coffee is with black coffee, I'm just a really big advocate for fasting because I think it is the easiest way to learn how to do a calorie deficit, because if you just take a meal out every day, it's easy to do. And then also it's easier to eat nothing than it is to have self-control and eat a smaller portion of something. Really interesting human behavior thing right there, but caffeine blunts your appetite a little bit, so it makes fasting super easy. So black coffee it is. But before then, since I do work from home, I'll kind of get dressed a little bit more professionally and then throw on this watch. It was like a $50 watch I got for myself when I graduated. When I put on this watch, it's time to work. It's just an easy, like, subconscious thing that I tell myself. So easy fit, you know the vibes, classic. But if you will also notice, my phone is still plugged in over here. I have not used it. One thing I'm happy to say is that I have not used it since waking up, or using it for my alarm to get up pretty much. Now I can use the phone, post something like on Instagram, and then I will put my watch on and then get to work on editing all my writing stuff. Typically I'll edit videos on the weekends, but hopefully, you know, you enjoyed this little insight into my morning routine. I want to start posting more, and so I figured this way would be a great way to kind of break away from the more formal sit down professional video, just be a little bit more casual, get to connect with you guys, get to connect with me, but little snippets of just biohacking in there a little bit. So, and if anything, it's just a reminder for you to keep doing what you're doing. I do think one of the biggest things about like why people like watching routine videos in general is that maybe there's a part of people that are wanting to watch these videos and expect to see like, oh, this person has a secret hidden productivity hack and that's the secret that I'm missing out to use or whatever. And so that's, I think, the headspace subconsciously of what people are going into and thinking about these videos. In reality, success just comes from doing the same things over and over again, doing them well. It's not about what specifically people are doing, but it's that they have a structure to do the same things every day. That's what's useful. So figure out your own routine. Figuring out what doesn't work for you is almost just as important as figuring out what does work for you. Pick some things up from me, pick some things up from other people, but most importantly, try them out for yourself and see what you like, see what you don't. Ideally, I feel like we should need no routines at all, and we should just show up and be able to do whatever we need to do. But routines do help kind of a ritualistic start to a day, get a little bit more meaning into what we do daily. So again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I will catch you in the next one.